All right, what's up, my athletes? That's right, Miss Muscarella coming at you. And in this video, we're going to take a look at finding the equation of a circle when we're given the following two conditions. And one of them will be the center, and the other will be a point that is on the circle. We're going to use Desmos to help us out with that and check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. So let's take a look at example number 5, which provides us with all the information we need to for this type of problem. Now, first thing you want to do is remember the general equation for a circle is going to be x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So that's my general formula for the circle. And the values for h and k, remember, they're going to come from the center. So when you know the coordinates of the center, you're simply going to put that in. Now, we don't have the radius, so we can't just take a value and square it. And we'll come back to that in a minute. But when we can get this part set up, so far I've got x minus 1 squared plus, and then instead of saying y minus negative 5, you're just going to write y plus 5 squared equals, and this is the value that we don't know yet. We don't know the value of r squared. We don't know how much the radius is. Now let's just think about this generally here for a moment. If we had the point 1 negative 5 as my center, that'd be somewhere here in quadrant number 4. And I'm just going to call that C for the center. And then the point that's on the circle would be 7, negative 7, so that'd be a little bit further to the right, and that would be down there. So if I can figure out this value, how long that distance is, then I have the equation for my circle. So let's go ahead and do that. So in Desmos, so now we'll need to go to Desmos and put the center and the point on the circle into Desmos. So the first thing we want to do is label the center as C. So I'm going to write down C equals, and then the point was 1, negative 5. So those are the coordinates of my center. So I'm just going to put that in there. And I'm going to label that. So I'm going to check the little label box and put that as a C. Then the point on the circle, I'm going to call that P equals, and then the point on the circle was 7, negative 7. So I'm going to have those two values on there, and I'm going to label that point P for the other point. So that's what I have so far. So I got the center and the point on the circle in Desmos. Now Desmos has two ways you can calculate that distance. Now when I find that distance, that gives me the radius, and I want to square that value. So I'll show you how to do that momentarily. But first, there are two ways to get the distance. One is you can click on a typewriter and then go over to where it says functions and scroll all the way down, or wherever it is in Desmos, to find distance. And there it is in our geometry section. So that's option 1. The other option is you can just start to type the word distance. All right, so when you do that, then you're going to have to say, when am I finding the distance between? With 2 points, and one of them is C, and the other one is P. And this is where it is case sensitive, so make sure if you use capital letters, they match. Now, that just gives me the length of the radius, is CP. So I need to square this value. So what we're going to do is simply put one other parentheses at the beginning and the end. And then we're going to raise that to the second power. So you can just do caret and then a 2. And notice we get the value of 40. Boom shakalaka. So that means when I go to write the equation of this circle, the value that I would put in for r squared is just simply 40. All right, cool. So we figured that out. But now let's double check to make sure that the center and the point on the circle are contained within that equation. So in Desmos, that's the beauty of Desmos, right? We can type that in. So x minus 1, that quantity squared, plus, and then the y plus 5, that quantity squared, and then equals 40. And you will see a circle that goes through point P and has the point 1, negative 5 as the center. So yep, everything matchy-matchy, so that makes us happy. So we just figured out what the equation of this circle is, given the information that we've got right here. So that would be your final answer. So that's it for this video. Now you know how to enter the values for the center and the point on the circle and calculate the distance between the two to help you find the equation of a circle. Thanks so much for watching. You guys make it a great day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.